Okay, we're back in Legend Heroes, Trails to Azure, yada yada, and we are here to investigate some missing dolls at the bank. I had the pleasure of seeing President Rocksmith in person when he visited the IBC yesterday. He was even more impressive than I was expecting. No wonder the man is at the top of a major power like Calvert. Not talking about his outward appearance, mind you. It's hard to put into words, but he just had this air about him somehow. I wasn't impressed when I saw him in Cold Steel, so who knows. As a trader, I plan to keep a close eye on how big the conference develops. There's no doubt in my mind that everybody in Calvert tried to throw their weight around to push new policies in their favor. But how well Crossbell can negotiate with those two will ultimately come down to Mayor Qua. To think a burglar broke into Miss Qua's private room. It was right under my nose and I didn't notice a thing. How could I have been fooled like this? A burglar managed to sneak into the IBC. How could we have let this happen? Thank you for coming, Triple S. Take you must be here for Miss Qua's request. Yes, that's just what we were going to ask you about, actually. Is it true that Belle's antique dolls have been stolen? Those would be the ones from the Rosenberg studio, would they not? You're correct on both counts. Miss Qua has been horribly distraught ever since. I know this is on short notice, but would it be possible for you to see to her request right away? Let's catch a thief. Of course, we'd be glad to help. We could never refuse in good conscience knowing how much Mariabell has done for us. Well, on behalf of Miss Qua, you have my gratitude. First things first, I'm going to have to issue you this card. What's this? It's an authorization pass for the IBC. We had one just like it before. Using it grants us clearance to specific floors of the building from the elevator. In other words, it's part of their security system. This isn't the largest bank on the continent for nothing. This card will allow you to enter the same floors as the one you were given in the spring. Miss Qua is waiting in the CEO's office on the 16th floor, so if you could please make your way up there. We will, thanks, Lanfei. The authorization card will allow you to something or another. From there you should be able to access the same floors as spring, such as a repeat. Okay, this is the bank that we already put up. So here's the Leaping Frog coin that we need for one of the quartz. I'm going to go ahead and buy one of each here just so we can say we have them in the event they're needed for something or another. I'm going to sell a little bit of Space Sepith so that we have some money to play with. I'm going to hold on to Time because that's like the hardest one to get, and Fire because I'm going to need some physical striking quartz later. I took some time off while President Rocksmith was in the building yesterday. Didn't feel like going out though with all the heightened security in the city. Before I knew it, I'd wasted the whole day in bed. At least I got some rest, but I couldn't help thinking about how nice it'd be to have an orbital computer at home too. Let's go in the basement and talk to the nerds. Hey, look who it is. Nice to see you, Triple S. It's been a while, do you remember us? Both of you are members of the IBC's Technology Department, Clay and David, I believe. Good to see you again, too. You guys seem very busy. Well, you know how it is. The OrbitNet's really taking off, so our system administration work has piled up big time. If we don't follow Lady Mariabell's instructions to the letter, we'll be in for a real thrashing. I see reporting to Bell remains as difficult as ever. Good luck, you two. Thanks, we're gonna need it. Oh yeah, Lady Mariabell has you guys on the hunt for her stolen dolls, right? Fingers crossed they turn up soon. Lady Mariabell really knows how to crack the whip, and she's not afraid to either. But despite that, she still trusts us with a major part of the IBC's infrastructure. It's on us to step up to the plate. Mariabell has you on the hunt, fingers crossed. Chief Roberts has been extra hard at working out the Epstein Foundation floor from what I can tell. Apparently he's trying to track down a hacker who stole some blueprints for Orca's tower. But what would anyone even want with those anyway? It's tough to wrap my head around. I could have swore there was a third one, but maybe he's with Roberts or something. Or was it Roberts, for all I remember? Ah, wrong floor. No one over there. This is Belle's bedroom. Nothing. For a second there, I thought that music... I think that's a music box or something, but I thought maybe that was a book or something, but... No, I got it right the first time. Belle, it's me. Come right in. Thank you very much. It's good to see you again, Belle. Hello, Ellie. Special Sports Section. I heard you returned to town last night, Tio. How have you been? Fine, thank you. Glad to hear it. I understand that you have a busy day ahead with the trade conference this afternoon. Best of luck to you. Thanks, we'll do what we can. I take you're not planning to be at Orca's Tower yourself, then? That's right, it's my father's stand, and I can't very well abandon this pile of work he left behind at the bank. He'll be on his own when it comes to handling his conference duties. And on that note, I think I owe you all an apology. Perhaps it was ill-conceived of me to call you in on such short notice, especially on top of your other obligations. Don't worry about it, Mariabell. You've been... Don't worry about it, Mariabell. You've helped the Triple S out so much, that's the least we can do to pay you back. So someone swiped a few of those antique dollies you got, right? Mind giving us a lowdown? Of course. As you might know, I've been an avid collector of Rosenberg dolls for years. I've been keeping 5 of them in my personal room with the IBC, however someone took the opportunity to steal them last night while I was away on business. 5 dolls are one of them Rosenberg. They must be worth a fortune. Large ones would fetch at least a few million a year at auction. This goes far deeper than monetary loss. I have a mother whose precious little darlings have been kidnapped, and I want that despicable crook torn limb from limb in the middle of the Harbor District. Easy now, Mariabell. By personal room, you mean the room right next door, right? That mean the thief slipped past IBC's world-class security. How's that even possible? I thought it rather peculiar myself at first, but once I found what was left of the crime scene, whatever confusion I had was immediately dispelled. How so? I think it would be easier to simply show you. Take a look at this. Wait, is this a calling card from Phantom Thief B? Indeed, the elusive filcher who's stolen countless works of art from all over the continent. Rumor has that he employs mysterious magics to perform his heist and always leaves his calling card at the scene of the crime. He'll train the IBC building it's a feat only he can pull off. And from what I hear, you all had a case involving him earlier this year, isn't that right? You did? Indeed, last time you stole a statue from the former City Hall building. In the end, we failed to apprehend him. And now he's back for round 2. Sounds like you've forgotten all kinds of crazy hijinks before you joined, huh? So, what does the card say? Allow me. Dear ladies and gentlemen of the Special Sports Section, the little ladies with whom the young madam adores are in my compassionate custody. Should you seek their freedom, throw open each of their cages, 5 in all, with the keys of truth. First cage lies within the city. Search the throne of the constabulary's same scrutineer. So, the constabulary... well, we'll break this down in a second. So, do you understand now why I had no choice but to call all of you here? Yeah, this is a direct challenge from Phantom Thief B to the Triple S, which means we're the only ones who can handle this. He really stole 5 priceless dolls for something this petty? This guy's a nut job among nut jobs. Whatever his reasons are, he didn't have to involve Mariabell. We ain't gonna let this one go. I wholeheartedly agree. Those Rosenberg dolls mean the world to you, Belle. Thank you, Ellie. I leave this in your capable hands. Okay, before starting the investigation, I want to go over the calling card again. First, the little ladies part. Obviously, that's referring to the dolls themselves. As for the 5 cages, that must indicate there are 5 separate locations, each hiding a single doll. So what you're saying is we'll have to search for them one at a time. I'm already dreading how much of a pain this will be. You can limit the first cage within the city. Apparently it's at the throne of the constabulary's famed scrutineer. That clue is the key to our first doll. Anyone have any idea where it's pointing? Scrutineer? Why do I feel like we heard something along those lines not too long ago? No sense overthinking it, let's just go check whatever spots come to mind. Expecting great things yet again, Special Support Section. Find my beloved little ones and bring them back home to me, won't you? Of course, we won't let you down, Mariabell. I'll keep the clue from the card in the detective notebook for good measure. We can use it as foundation to build our investigation off of. Dollnapped started. Phantom Thief B has stolen 5 of my Rosenberg dolls in total. That loathsome cad. I'll never forgive him for kidnapping my precious little darlings. You know what to do, Triple S. Bring them home and that scoundrel to justice. So are we able to warp from here? And it looks like no. We don't need to go in there. I was wondering if they're going to have us do something like check out the scene of the crime or something like that, but no, we're just going to be on our way. So yeah, constabulary means police, and the only office we're allowed to access is Sergei's, so let's check that one first. It's possible we make it area 2... Huh. Oh. So yeah, my thinking was the alternative would have been we go to the police station, maybe we can access Dudley's office, though we normally can't, but this was actually a lot simpler than I was thinking. Didn't we hear that Chief Sergei's old nickname was Sergei the Scrutinous? Would that make his desk and chair the throne of the famed scrutineer? It's worth a shot, let's look around. There's something under his desk. Let me try taking it out. What the? Is that a trunk? Reminds me of the one Key was in when we found her at the Shores auction. I bet him choosing this place as the first location was just an extra taunt for good measure. Yeah, he even used the Chief's old nickname. That guy's clearly got our number. Anyway, let's check it out. A car is affixed to the backside of the trunk. The second cage lies outside the city. Search the Harvester's heritage found off the ramshackle road. Oh man. Gotta go to our Marca. There's no mistaking it, this is indeed a genuine Rosenberg doll. I've seen it once before. Its name is Kanan, I believe. Belle loved this one dearly. I remember fighting that sucker, too. She names her dolls? Even Mariabell has her sweet side, doesn't she? little surprised anyone would bother putting something they'd stolen in a trunk like this, though. Phantom Thief B is supposed to have some kind of deep appreciation for their beauty, right? Maybe it's his way of showing respect. As for the second card of his, it sounds like we're going to have to venture out of the city limits this time. Sheesh, we're going to be running around this whole damn state at this rate. Our hints are Harvester's Heritage and Off the Ramshackle Road. We're going to call mine somewhere rustic and old-fashioned, the polar opposite of a modern place like Crossbell City. Sounds about right. What do you say we take this first dahlia with us and get us searching for the second? Let's go. So now we have Kanan. Come on. We have to go upstairs, get to the garage.
どうしますか? どこに行きますか?
Armwork. There it is up top. I'm looking on. I see Tangram Gate. I see Belgrade. I'm looking back and forth like, where was it?
お安いご用です。お待たせしました。
Can I get the key? Yeah, I don't know if it's faster to walk or not. So I figure we're probably gonna have to come back and get the key. I'm gonna leave the bee alone. I can buzz off for all I care. Pair of dumplings. Nice. That's the rest stop, I think. Shield. Petite carrots. Those will come in handy when I finally sit down and start cooking. There it is.
任せろ。そうだ。任せてくれ。ってや。悪いな。先に行かせてもらうよ。
That was only worth 4 EXP and they won't let me just outright blow the things up. The gate is open. So recall this property is owned by our Morka village and isn't normally open to the public. Perhaps they left it unlocked. Surely not on purpose, right? Either way, check it out. They've got monsters running around in there again. Watch your step while we're looking around. Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes. 奇襲成功。チャンスです。あなた。そこ。
行くぜ。よし。
任せて。エニグマ。私や。
俺の番ってや。おっしゃ。おととい来やがれってな。
So Farnicus here is actually still worth a nice little amount. There's the doll.
Yes. Yes. そこ。みんなチャンスよ。は今だわ。上出来かしら。グッジョブです。
Okay, my Master Quartz leveled up in that fight. Noelle just petrified everything at the beginning, so it was literally right over immediately after beginning. EXP is actually pretty good. Celestial Balm. Great, right after I finally got new stock from Mr. Hayworth too. So now we know who's going around reloading these chests.
ますね。そうか。
よしいってや
私の番ね。そこ。
おっしゃ甘いっての
せはっ
よーし、やーこの調子でいきましょう。
Crap.
そこそこやっみんなチャンスよ。
よし
そこ
俺の番だなストッ
私そこ
任せろぜ
はいは皆さんお疲れ様でした。
So if I need to grind, this will probably be the place to do it. So let's see if it's 8 Farticuses. Aw, man.
よし上げていこうぜ
So these are the guys who explode. I'm going to launch the net at them to try to keep them at bay.
任せて。みさあこれはどう？
行くぜ
よし
Yeah, I want Lloyd to do anything here.
行くぞ
そこ
Oh crap, I didn't think that actually killed
行く
them.
ぜこれで終わりだ
And I didn't move them far
い
enough
い
down.
感じだぜ
ナイスファイト
Septium Vein. Did you hear about the time Phantom Thief B broke into Arkham CL? I'm told he stole the Spotlight. Spotlight had it coming. Leaning towards giving this to her because she gets a lot of kills, and I think I get the most out of it there. Second trunk was here of all places. Search the Harvester's Heritage, found off the Ramshackle Road. As I recall, this property has been used by Morka as a storehouse for generation after generation. Must have been Phantom Thief B hoping they gave without permission. Can't go anywhere without stirring up trouble, can he? Anyway, let's take a look. Backside of the trunk. Third cage lies outside the city. Find where one stands with their back bathed in the goddess's shining visage. Bell calls this doll... Lighty? I don't know how that's pronounced. I can never mistake it. We've got another one of those kooky riddle cards, too. The goddess's shining visage. That may be your best hint here. The bathing part is telling us as well. It would have to mean the visage is exceptionally large. Let's go have a look around. There has to be some place that fits the bill. So let's go to the cathedral. Sad part is I don't think I'm going to be getting as much good EXP as I did off Farticus back there. I also don't remember if there's a reward for killing 8 things with an S-Craft or not, because that could have been a good one for it if I just spaced things out a little bit better. We'll probably have opportunities later.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind getting more bait.
Ah, 乗りますか。目的地を選んでください。お安いご用です。お待たせしました。
So, we're looking for the goddess's visage. Sister Ria's just returned from a Sunday school lesson in Maine. Thank goodness she was out for so long as I began to worry, knowing her that she may have gotten sidetracked or found a scrumptious place to eat. Rumor has the Princess Claudia's swordplay. That's a repeat. Welcome, is there something you require of me? If it's a sermon you're after, I can make time for you. Sorry, that's not why we're here today. Phantom Thief B's card mentioned the goddess of shiny visage. Maybe that was referring to the stained glass window here, which would make the one who stands with their back bathed. I don't understand what's going on right now, but if you have business with me, I must ask that you state it clearly. Right, sorry about that. Archbishop Peralta, could you do us a favor and check under the pulpit? Why would I do that? No, don't fret. We aren't up to anything suspicious. Triple S explained their mission, after which Archbishop Peralta searched under the pulpit. There it is. Backside of the trunk. Fourth cage is outside the city. Find the road of iron that snakes under the skirt of the western ramparts. So we're going towards the Arabonia border if we're taking a road of iron. This must be Miss Stell. Belle loves that one. Bet she does, and at any rate that brings us up to $3. Just when did that get there? I do leave for business on occasion, but never long enough for someone to do this. The goddess works in mysterious ways. Back to the card. The clue is as perplexing as the rest. We can interpret the ramparts to be some sort of defensive structure, so that must be the gate. Western part, defensive structure in the west. Road of iron that snakes under the skirt. I don't have any idea what that means. Could that be the garage area, perhaps? Another figure of speech, I imagine. Safe assumption. Let's take this trunk with us and begin to search for the next one. Phantom Thief B, I've heard of his exploits before. He sounds to be quite the scoundrel. As a faithful servant of the goddess, I cannot forgive such insolence. Do whatever it takes to bring this man to justice. We'll try our best. Let's go to the Sunday school. You're late, Sister Rias. Did something happen? And your habit, it's stained, dear. Excuse my tardiness, Sister Marble. I tripped and fell on the way back to the cathedral. Oh, Rias, I never would have guessed you'd be so clumsy. I know you're young, but do take care not to overextend yourself. Of course, thank you for concern, Sister Marble. I think I ought to go and get changed now. Don't think it's by Sister Marble. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew exactly what happened. Thank you again for today. I'll be sure to call the Triple S if I ever need your help again. I know Sister Rias can't help what she does in her line of work, but my advice for her is the same as for all of you. Don't burn the candle at both ends, alright?
よし、行くか。どこに行こうかな。さあ、行くぞ。よし、着いたぞ。
Like Iron Path, would that count? Belgrade has a freight line running right below it. Just got back from Crossbell Station after routine freight inspection. Do you guys want to go down there? It should be fine. Just be careful of any trains coming through. So it's down there. I don't think we've ever been down here. Has this place always been accessible, or is this the first time, I wonder? Like, the one thing that sucks about the map being like this here is you can't really see where all you can and can't go. Oh, you can't go down there. Should avoid walking on the tracks so we can help it. Oh well. How'd this even get here? The clue on the card said the road of iron that snakes under the skirt of the western ramparts, so the iron road was the freight line and the western ramparts were referring to Belgard Gate. Anyway, this isn't really an ideal place to pop up with that trunk open. Why don't we take it back to the platform on the other side? Good idea, let's be careful moving it over. car is fixed to the backside of the trunk. Final cage lies within the city, and the soaring structure descend the summit of 16 by 21. Okay. Scour the vista of windows to another world. So, you're going up to the 16th floor, going 21 down, which is B5, the computer room. Vista of windows to another world would be the screens, I assume. It's one of Bell's dolls. Sharon, I'm sure of it. This makes 4 out of 5, right? Meanwhile, the remains of the final cage mentioned on the card. A soaring structure in the city has to be talking about someplace tall, right? Wouldn't that be Orcus Tower? I believe Orcus stands at 40 stories above ground, but if the summit in question here is at 16, perhaps it's talking about somewhere else. It's also the matter of descending from 16 by 21. It doesn't sound possible. It's probably the key to solving this riddle, then. We have the vista of windows to another world bit to consider, too. Yet again, it's some sort of metaphor. Let's look around the city and see if anything matches up with this clue. Like the... well... story-wise... real quick, actually, I want to look at these in the inventory, see if there's anything special for them. They just give you the names. So we have yet another Sharon. But yeah, what I'm getting at is, it can't be Orcus Tower, because... you can't go there for story reasons. The only other tower is the bank. The bank does have that 16th floor at the top.
Yoshi, 行くか。どこに行こうかな。さあ、行くぞ。よし、着いたぞ。
Let's go drop these off real quick. Monthly Car Mania Volume 2. Wild Paintwork. Okay. I was a little curious if she'd have like a different line after you find each doll, but the game was not that far ahead of its time, I guess. You can see it right there. There it is, the final trunk. In the soaring structure, descend from the summit of 16 by 21 and scour the vista of windows to another world. Descent from the 16th story of the IBC descends to the 5th basement level, makes a difference of 21 floors total. Vista of windows to another world must refer to those terminal monitors tracking data from the orbital network. Going by that logic, this was the only spot that made any sense. Let's take a look inside. This doll's name is Alice. It's Belle's favorite out of her entire collection. There isn't a card in the back like the others. This must be the end of our scavenger hunt. It's the end of that, then. Finally, I'm exhausted. Huh? The heck was that? What's going on over here? It's not like we just got some new orb mail in. Hold up, is that one of Lady Mariabell's dolls? Yeah, I was saying right here. How'd you guys not see it? My concern lies more in the timing of that orbital mail. May I take a look? Something about this gives me the shivers, so be our guest. What's wrong, Tio? The one who sent this message was Phantom Thief B. What? The guy himself? You're kidding. But how and from where? Would you mind opening it, Tio? Roger. No, his name was Lloyd. Sender Phantom Thief B, subject undefined. To the lovely ladies and gentlemen of the special sports section, first allow me to express my gratitude for the entertainment you've provided thus far. Next, my sincerest apologies to the owner of these dolls, Miss Mariabell as their creator, Miss Meister Jorg, for my dastardly impropriety. Nevertheless, rest assured that I took the utmost care not to damage these beautiful works of art while they were in my possession. With that, I will soon be excusing myself from these lands. Thank you once again, and farewell, Special Support Section. I, Phantom Thief Bleublanc, Enforcer number 10 of the Society of Ouroboros, await your continued growth of bated breath. May the goddess visit good fortune upon you. P.S. This orb mail will automatically be deleted, and it's less impossible to save or trace. I suggest you not bother trying, Phantom Thief B. Wait, is he serious? You think someone like him would choose a more theatrical way to let the cat out of the bag? Who would have thought that everyone's favorite Phantom Thief was actually an enforcer for Ouroboros? Come to think of it, he did hint at being acquainted with Ren. Wait, Tio, is there any way we can print that message out? Yeah, there has to be some sort of clue we can glean from it. I'm making an attempt, but it isn't going especially well. The mail source code has been slowly deleting itself since the moment it was opened. Fortunately, no other terminals have been affected. Recovering the message, however, will not be possible. Well, shoot. Burglar Boy really covered his bases here. That reminds me, we know diddly squat about the hacker who trapped us in the geofront yesterday. Good point. Between that hacking incident and this ore mill, they're definitely a cut above when it comes to their tech. I'm not sure I fully understand what's happening right now. Wait a sec, Clay. We have to verify that this breach didn't impact any of our data. Yeah, you could have left a virus in our system. Sorry guys, we need to get back to work. Well, at the end of the day, we did manage to recover all of the missing Rosenberg dolls. Let's go return them to Mariabell. Let's. I think I get the gist of things now. Still, what a shock it is to learn that the legendary Phantom Thief B is a member of Ouroboros. If that's true, it's no wonder he's eluded the authorities for as long as he has. Hero was planning to punish him so severely he'd wish he'd never been born. I'd be scared shitless in his shoes. I'm sorry, Mariabell. We wanted to capture him just as much as you did. But on the bright side, we did manage to bring your dolls back. The Triple S handed over the 5 trunks containing the Rosenberg dolls to Mariabell. Welcome home, Alice, Kanan, Liti, Mistel, Sharon. Very well, I have no complaints or further comments at this time. All that matters is that my precious Rosenberg dolls have returned to me safe and sound. Phantom Thief B intended to keep those little ladies in one piece from the start if it's any consolation. After all, he went through the trouble of securing them in those trunks and tucking them out of harm's way. That is a lot of work, come to think of it. Though they would have been better off had he not stolen them in the first place. That's definitely true. Clearly we'll have to further improve the IBC safety protocols to ensure this never happens again. Our security department will be working harder than ever before once I'm through with them. You, however, were a tremendous help, Triple S. They could learn a few things from you. Don't even mention it, Belle. That's what friends are for. Wait, last time this happened, it couldn't be. Something wrong, Lloyd? And just what are those lecherous eyes of yours doing pointing at me? Let me explain. When we solved the first Phantom Thief B case, it turned out he had disguised himself as the client. Holy smokes, I forgot all about that. What are you implying, Lloyd? Let me be as clear as I can. Are you the real Mariabell Qua? Come now, Lloyd. Just where do you find the gall to accuse me so crassly? And after all the genuine gratitude I've shown you. I'm sorry. There's no mistaking it. This is the real Mariabell. Oh, Lloyd. Not quite the brilliant deduction he was aiming for, was it? Afterward, Lloyd and the others went to the first floor and returned their authorization card at the reception desk. Ah, so we can't go back. That's interesting. Today's incident is a clear sign that our building securities need further improvements. Nevertheless, thank you for recovering Miss Qua's stolen dolls, Triple S. I hope you'll allow us to return the favor. So can we even use the elevator anymore, or no? So the good news is we don't have to explore over here as thoroughly anymore. That's the main takeaway I'm taking from this. So anyway, when we pick up next time, we'll be heading off to St. Ursula, and I'll see you guys there. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.